Hi. For massage reading today, I thought we could do a little bit of footwork. Um, I don't know how to make the computer be so that you can see my face and my feet at the same time. So I'm just gonna let go of that dream, and you'll see just my feet for most of the time. Um, I have my socks on, and I'm gonna be honest. It's because I don't ever wear shoes, and I just can't. Um, and I kind of like my dirty feet, but because they're so strong, like I can go anywhere, you guys. Like I've often thought, like if I was dependent on shoes, if I felt like I couldn't leave the house and take off in my just feet, I think that would make me anxious. Um, but they don't conform with American standards for beauty. I don't know. I like them. I'm going to show you my feet now because now I think I made them out to be terrible, and they're not. Look, they're fine. You know what? I'm doing it without socks. They're fine. They're good feet. Okay, there you go. Thank you. That was useful for me. Okay. Good. We're working through trauma. We're getting to know each other better. Ready? A little foot massage. Can you hear me? I think you can hear me. Okay. So, I'm just going to do one foot, just my right foot, and then you can just do the same thing on your left foot. So, we're going to start with just gentle circles. So, you can lay your foot on the ground, and I recognize that as I'm doing this, that this might not be a thing that. So for me, this seated position is quite comfortable, where I'm sitting on the ground. But I recognize that that's probably not true for everyone. So if you're not comfortable in this position, you could sit on a chair or a couch and just cross your your foot over your knee so that it's hanging like that. That might have been a better choice for all of this, but now I'm devoted. Let's keep going. Okay, so circles, circles, circles. So if you can see, I'm kind of grabbing my foot and holding the heel, but then I'm also kind of I'm cupping the heel in my palm, but then I'm also using this finger. Okay. Oh, and I'm holding this guy. So I'm starting out with general range of motion. But now that I've started to work here, I'm realizing oh yeah, I want to work all throughout here. So now I'm going to take my thumb and I'm going to, keeping on with this motion, I'm going to start moving it slowly from the arch out toward this is also an arch, but out toward the edge. So I'm following kind of the curve of this heely part. And now I'm going to do the same thing, but following this edge backwards. And let your ankle be loose so that while you're doing this, the whole contraption is moving. And then squeeze your heel, squeeze and twist. This is a little bit like how you would squeeze a lemon, I think. Say you're trying to get the juice out of a lemon, like that. Good. And then let's get the outside edge of it. So now, same kind of basic, same hand shape, but now I'm using my fingers. And using my fingers to get this outside edge. So I'm going to see my fingers how they're grabbing in. And you can feel there's kind of a spot where the sort of meat of your foot ridges up. And you want to just get right on that spot and move backwards. So you're starting kind of at below your ankle bone, and in circles, you're moving back, back, back. Good. And now we're going to do the bottom of our foot. So now take your hand like this. What would you do this? Maybe you're opening a clam, like that. onto the sole of your foot. Just like that. Down. And then back up. Yowza. And then if you find a spot that feels super tight, spend time on it. So I'm really using this pad of my finger here, and I'm just getting at it. So I'm doing it in strips, so like strip, 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 strip. And then you can take it and lay it down on its side and do the same thing with your thumbs. This is so silly, this camera choice I've made. Okay, so same thing with your thumbs. So now I'm doing this, 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 this. So it's kind of like this was this, and this is this. So from my heel up toward my toes. This, 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 this. And can you see how when I do it? Watch. Watch my toes. That's an injury, just a slight injury. Don't worry, I'm fine. Can you see them bend in? Yeah, just like that. Good. And then we're going to get all underneath here. So start out, this is actually a good way to start out. Just, so, you know, like the base of your toes. So if you take your toes, you can feel like, you know, these are your toe knuckles. They're sort of deep in. Like, same as your hand. And you're going to get right under your toe knuckle. So like in your hand it would be here. Your toe is right here. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to use my thumb. And then I'm going to move. So let's pretend like this is my foot. I'm going to go all around it like this. All around it. And then I like especially to spend time in this like in-between spot. Okay, and then same thing with the other toes. 8 minutes, so I'm gonna do this in a rushing way, but see I'm going under and then I'm going up, 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 up. You can see between how they come apart when you're, and then back down and then up, 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 and then back down, up, up. Good. And then the tops of your foot. But so you can do that much more slowly. You can do that much more slowly, and I recommend it. Here, I can do this angle and then this is so silly. Okay, and then we're going to do the tops of our foot. So the tops of our foot, your foot, not our communal foot. We do not have a communal foot. For me, this is even more important, or at least as important as the bottom. So for this part, you're going to get in between the long bones of your toes. Start with just your fingers, and then grab the toe and kind of rotate it around. You're holding with your finger. The muscles in between there. What? Get all of those muscles. For goodness sakes. Okay. See, this is going like this. And then, for me, this is going to be, for almost everyone, this is going to be the biggest spot, but same as you do it. It did that, but, like, that's pretty meaningful. And just spend extra time when you find a spot. And then same, next bones. And then the last ones. Okay. And then come up into these metatarsal areas, in your tarsal areas. And for this part, you're just going to grab your foot and wiggle it while you you can wiggle, you can grab this part and wiggle, or you can grab this part and wiggle. I like this, actually. Wiggle. Oh, I like this too. It's like wringing out a rag. You're just kind of like moving these bones. And for some of you, there will be very little movement in this part of your foot. And that's just because you wear shoes a lot, probably. So just wiggle it. Like, the more you wiggle it, the more it'll be able to wiggle. And the more it can wiggle, the more stable you'll be when you're walking. Okay, and then last but definitely not least, we're going to work this, like, heel up to your Achilles. So, and that's just pinching. We're just going to pinch this heel and wiggle it like this. Pinch and wiggle. Pinch and wiggle. Oh. Pinch and wiggle. Pinch and wiggle. Does that make sense? So you've got your thumb and you're just wiggling like this. See here, here's your Achilles tendon, and it comes down and attaches. And when you get plantar fasciitis, very often it's about that. I mean, it's your plantar fascia comes and wraps around at this heel. Things can get really sensitive. Okay. And then you could just take a second and rub your whole leg a little bit. Okay. I'm bringing you up here. That was a little foot massage. I'm going to try it again some other time with a better camera angle, but that's what we're getting for today because it's 4:30 and I told you I'd give you something on Friday, so this is what you get on Friday. Maybe you won't see it and I'll have remade it before you even know about this. Or maybe you'll love it. Okay. See you Monday. Take good care. Take good care. Take good care of your feet. And just your whole self. Come back in sometime. And I'll do that, but way better for you.